Tired don't mean nothing. Tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're gonna be tired. I don't get tired.
I'm going to beat you. I'm going to let you know I beat you. I'm going to want you to reconsider your professional life choice.
My father who raised me, his thing was, son, you may not be the best, but leave everything on the floor. You put 120%. I'm just asking you to do 120. Like every day when you come in, 120.
You gotta want it so bad. You gotta give all of yourself to get it. You gotta be obsessive.
Because I didn't grow up with things being handed to me. I had to work hard, I had to dedicate myself, and I had to be determined, and I was.
The bottom line is that if you're talking about beating everybody else on the planet to a thing, what you're actually talking about is what are you prepared to sacrifice psychologically, physically, existentially, relationally, socially, in terms of your self-esteem, your confidence, everything, right? All of that.
That pain you feel, that's a pain of success. You must be willing to shoulder that pain to get to success. And success is something that's a very lonely path in this world, because few are willing to make that down payment of pain for that futurement of success, a better life. Very few are.
So if you want to be the top, you gotta move different.
There wasn't a lot of smiley faces with me out there. There wasn't a lot of smiley faces with Michael Jordan. There weren't a lot of smiley faces with Kobe Bryant. There weren't a lot of smiley faces with Tiger Woods. Even when I watch sports today and see these guys on the range, like they're all buddies, and I'm like, that's not the killer instinct. That's just not. I don't think Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson were trying to be friends with anybody. I think they were going out there on a mission. And if there was someone in their way, they had to crush them.
There's never any doubts in my mind, because I'm the best in the world. Even though a lot of you don't like to hear it, it's fact. I'm the best. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't want to believe it myself, but it's the truth. I'm the best.
You can love me. You can hate me. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win.
At the end of the day, even Alexander, one of his famous quotes is, "I have met the enemy, it is I," right? And although that is one element of an enemy, that's great. We need that. Michael had it, Brady had it, Kobe had it, but there's a crazy psychologically, you can call it, psycho-competitor that they're constantly in the search of recruiting their next enemy. It's like, life is boring if I don't have my next target. I'm almost, bad for myself if I don't have the next target, the next enemy. And if I choose it the right way, then I'm able to bring out a side of me I've never seen before.
Success is the only revenge. As you expand, they shrink into irrelevance. As you get louder, no one can hear them. You don't beat them, you cast a shadow so big, no one can see them to begin with.
And that's what it comes down to, what are you willing to sacrifice at the end of the day? People don't understand the level of sacrifice it's going to take. And there's been moments where I realized that I compete because I want to win. I love winning. I love being the best in the world. I've sat many times trying to find the balance of what I want within all this. If I was losing, I wouldn't be competing. I'm here to win.
It is hard. It's hard when you're young to wake up in the off season at 6 a.m. to go train and work out, knowing that all your friends are sleeping in and eating pancakes. It's hard when you're on your way to practice, way down with all your gear, and it's 90 degrees out and all the other kids are at the pool or at the beach. No matter who you are, there are bumps and hits and bruises along the way. And my advice is to prepare yourself, because success and achievement come from overcoming adversity.
When the rest of the world says no to you, you say yes to yourself. You say yes, I believe. You say yes, I can do it. You say yes, nothing can stop me.
If you want to be a great player, if you play every single day, 2-3 hours, every single day, over the course of a year, how much better you get? Most kids will play maybe, an hour and a half, 2 days a week. It's not gonna get it done.
You have to be obsessive. You have to be obsessive. You have to be addicted. You have to be disciplined. The key there is you. everyone else is looking for other individuals to do stuff for you. Stop looking for help from everybody else. Okay, it starts and it ends with you. Your identity starts and ends with you.
Every day is an opportunity based on your choices on how you look at things, the choices you make every day. That is what you are in the mirror today.
From the captain to the cashier, there is more in you. Stay-at-home father, stay-at-home mother, lawyer, doctor, hygienist, author. I don't know who you are, where you're from, but there's more in you that becomes a part of who you are, that changes how you think, that changes how you move, that changes how you behave. If you could become an executor, if you could execute, I'm talking about learn it. I'm talking about put it deep within. Now you hear it.
You have to realize that there's always work to do, and you want to be the hardest working person in whatever you do, and you put yourself in position to be successful.
Muhammad Ali said, suffer now and live the rest of your life a champion, because he knew that the training wasn't killing him. The training was making him. It was forging him in fire. I got the trust that nothing out there can stop who I am inside. You got to stand on your faith. You got to stand on your strength. You got to stand on who you are. I will rise again and I will push. I will be the victorious one. I will conquer.
Listen to me, if you work for it, if you're willing to put in that sweat, that blood, and those tears, baby, I'm telling you, you can have what you want, be what you want, do what you want. Are you hearing me? Don't give up, don't give in. You hang in there, you hang in there, because if you quit right now, you ain't gonna never see it. You ain't gonna never get it, but if you hold on, baby, but if you hold on, everything you dreamed of, everything you envisioned, everything you worked for, it's coming. If you work hard, you can't have it. It ain't nothing you can't have. You deserve it. It ain't nothing you can't have if you're willing to work for it.
Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, how much more can you take? What tried to kill you only made you stronger.
So what are you waiting for? You have greatness within you.
Everybody's great when they're not tired. This is when they tired, that's when the real champions come out. That's when that real dog come out.
It's where I think the real truth comes out, because I think there are a lot of people who are very talented who can make it there. There are very few people who can deal with the pressure and stress that happens when we're there.
I feel I'm the best ever. It's not bragging or boasting. The proof is in the pudding.
In my mind, I'm always the best.
I am the greatest fighter of all time. And when I hit you with a hard right hand, you will fall.
Gotta win tomorrow, gotta win right now. If you're passionate about what you're doing, keep going, keep believing, reach for the stars.
Everything is always impossible until someone does it. Maybe it has never been done before. That's perfectly fine with me. But I'm gonna do it.
Never say never, because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion.
Hungry dogs run fast.
And let the big dogs eat.
If you look at the greats in any walk of life, the greats do things when they don't always want to. And that's the separation.
It means you have to be more disciplined than not disciplined. I wanted to be the best I could be, period.
I was waiting for you to smile at some of the compliments. You didn't.
Smiling doesn't win you gold medals.
I'm too fast, I'm too skillful, and I'm gonna show everybody out there watching this show and the whole world, and the world will bow and admit that I am the greatest of all times when you see what I do to George Foreman.
I believe that whatever I put my mind to, and if I was willing to make sacrifices and I was dedicated, that I could achieve absolutely anything.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and most vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. maybe someone's don't like me because maybe I'm too good.
You win some, you lose some. But you live to fight another day.
Damn, Nickname, this the one.
And I've always believed like I'm the Michael Jordan of this industry. When I'm on the air, I'm the one that will make you want to hear from me. I don't care who I'm on the air with. I don't care who it is. It does not matter to me. By the time I finish speaking, I am the one that you're going to want to listen to. That's my attitude. If this requires 100% and you give me 99, I might want to fire you. Because I'm about getting the job done.
Sure.
It's about the results. And I think that, unfortunately, when we look at our generation today, not enough people preach about that. Because I think that we live in a society where people have become masters of pointing the finger at other people as to reasons why things don't get done. I think there's too much explanation that goes on. But the bottom line is you ain't getting it done. And if you're not getting it done, I need somebody that can get it done. I am of the belief that if you truly adopt that belief in your soul, then you walk to work every day not looking for excuses. You're looking for a way for the job to get done. And in most instances, you are going to be successful than not. You want to go with status quo, you're perfectly, fine with flowing along, just to get along, secure. Safe, secure, whatever. But when you're trying to win, you're constantly looking to get better. My philosophy is very, very simple when it comes to my family, particularly, me being a dad. If they're hungry, it's because I'm starving. I don't eat until they eat. I'm not comfortable until they're comfortable. I don't have unless they have. That's the mentality, and that's the mentality that I strictly get from my mother. And so for me, having that kind of mentality, but what comes with that? What comes with that is a certain work ethic that you have to put forth. And it's a willingness to sacrifice. Am I the most disciplined person in the world? No. Am I the most meticulous person in the world like some people would believe? No, I'm meticulous enough and I'm disciplined enough. But I think the key thing is that the bottom line is everything. And whatever the bottom line requires is what I'm going to do. If the bottom line requires an excessive level of discipline, I'm going to do it. But to me, it's whatever the moment or the situation demands. And I'm a bottom line oriented kind of person. You don't assume that opportunities are waiting for you. Obstacles are standing at every door.
Wow.
And so that challenge that you have to embrace and you have to deal with, that's hard to deal with when you have achieved. You don't work hard to play hard. You work hard to have the ability to play when you want to. But there's a difference. You handle your responsibilities first. And when you work hard and you have that sense of pride, it goes right out the window if you utilize your efforts in the wrong fashion. But when you do what's right, and it's based off of that effort that you put in, then you feel good about it because you took care of your responsibilities. Then you can go play. And I was not always confident. There's no doubt about that. I've always had my insecurities. What I firmly believed in was, as it pertained to me, was that I always worked hard. I was never lazy. I was always somebody that believed in hard work. Betting on yourself is believing in you. Knowing who you are, what you're worth. Having an idea about it anyway. And willing to work towards that, to validate that reality. That's betting on yourself. It's your job. And if you can't do it, you scratch, claw, and even die trying. We make excuses every day. All of us as human beings. On far more occasions than not, I have to speak on the issue of accountability as it pertains to the entire sports world. And when it comes to the issue of accountability, I get all of that from mom. It happened with ESPN when my contract wasn't renewed back in 2008. I was sitting up there, I felt betrayed. I felt ticked off. My mother let me lick my wounds for a couple of days. And then she said, what could you have done better? You sure you didn't do anything? And I thought about all the stuff. I'm like, what is she talking about? This is just not true. This is not right. I work hard. I do this. I do that. And then I started thinking about it. Yeah, I was a pain in the ass. I did kind of complain a little bit too much. But the biggest thing that I remember doing is that I always came to the bosses with problems. I never came to them with solutions. It was always about the problem, never the solution. And I learned when I sat back and reflected on the mistakes that I had made in my career at the time, I learned that no boss wants to talk to anybody that doesn't have solutions. Instead of working around the clock trying to figure out what somebody else wants from you, good or bad, there are moments that crystallizes it for you in your mind. Pay attention and you'll see what they are. And you'll know what to do accordingly. That is what I believe makes me the best. It's my commitment to excellence for the collective whole.
Listen to me, if you want to win at life, if you want to dominate, to succeed, to be the man who walks into a room and commands respect without even speaking, you need to understand something very simple.
Damn nickname.
Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your most dangerous enemy. It's either the engine that drives you forward at full speed or the anchor that drags you down into the depths of mediocrity. And let me tell you something most people don't want to admit. If your life sucks, if you're broke, if you're weak, if you're lost, it is your fault. I don't care what excuses you have. Your parents were poor, so what? You didn't have the right education, who cares? The world didn't give you a fair shot, boo-hoo. The truth is, you are where you are because of how you think. And the day you realize that is the day you take back control. The weak-minded blame the world, the strong-minded take responsibility. And the moment you stop being a victim is the moment you start being a winner. You have a choice, every single second of every single day, to program your mind for strength, success, and domination, or to allow it to rot in negativity and weakness. And let me tell you something, most people choose weakness because it's easy. It's easy to complain. It's easy to make excuses. It's easy to stay in bed all day feeling sorry for yourself. But do you know what's not easy? Winning. And that's why most people never do. If you want to master your mind, you need to understand one thing. Discipline is everything. People talk about motivation. Motivation is a joke. Motivation is a fleeting feeling that comes and goes like the wind. But discipline? Discipline is the foundation of kings. When you master discipline, you don't need motivation. You just do what needs to be done no matter how you feel. You wake up, you grind, you push, you conquer, because that's who you are. Let me tell you something, life is war. Every single day is a battle. And the enemy? It's not your boss, it's not society, it's not your parents or your haters. The enemy is you. That weak version of you that wants to quit, that wants to complain, that wants to stay comfortable and avoid the struggle. And if you let that version of you win, you will never be successful. You will never reach the top because the world belongs to the strong. Look at history. Look at the men who built empires. The warriors, the conquerors, the leaders. Do you think they spent their time scrolling social media, whining about life, waiting for someone to come save them? No. They sharpened their minds like a blade. They trained their bodies like weapons. They dominated because they were disciplined. And that's what you need to do. Train your mind like a warrior trains for battle. Cut out the weakness. Eliminate distractions. Stop feeding your brain garbage. Stop watching mindless nonsense. Stop wasting time on people who do nothing but bring you down. Your mind is a fortress. Guard it with your life. I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't care if you feel tired. I don't care if you're sad. You know what I do when I don't feel like working? I work anyway. You know what I do when life punches me in the face? I get back up and hit hard. Because I refuse to lose. I refuse to let weakness win. Most of you live like you have infinite time. Let me tell you the truth, you don't. Every second you waste, every moment you spend in self-pity is time you will never get back. And one day you will wake up old, weak, full of regret, realizing that you wasted your entire life waiting for the right moment. Guess what? The right moment is now. Your mind will try to trick you. It will tell you to take it easy. It will tell you that you can start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. Either you take control of your life right now, or you stay exactly where you are, stuck, weak, broken. You want to be a king? Start thinking like one. Start acting like one. Start living like one. You must become the man who deserves success before success ever finds you. There is no magic pill, no shortcut, no easy way. There is only discipline, hard work, and an unbreakable mindset. Let me ask you something. How much longer are you going to wait? How many more days, weeks, months are you going to waste before you finally wake up and realize that no one is coming to save you? There is no superhero, there is no miracle, there is no lucky break that's going to change your life overnight. The only way you win is if you decide to win. If you make the choice to be relentless, disciplined, and unstoppable. And let me be very clear. This is not about luck. This is not about talent. This is about being the kind of man who refuses to lose. You can take a weak, lazy man, hand him every opportunity in the world, and he will still find a way to fail. Why? Because his mind is weak. Because he doesn't believe in himself. Because he doesn't have the discipline to do what is necessary. On the other hand, take a man with the right mindset, someone who has sharpened his mind into a weapon, and put him in the worst conditions possible. Strip him of everything, throw him into the fire, and guess what? He will rise, he will win, he will dominate. Not because of his circumstances, but because he refuses to be broken by them. You think life is hard? Good. It's supposed to be hard. Life is a test, and most of you are failing because you keep looking for an easy way out. There is no easy way. There is no shortcut. Every single thing you want, success, power, money, respect, must be earned. And that process, it's painful. It's brutal. But that's the price of greatness. I get messages all the time from men crying about how unfair life is. Tate, I'm struggling. Tate, I don't know what to do. Tate, how do I fix my life? You know what my answer is? Work harder. Simple. Stop overcomplicating it. If you're broke, make more money. If you're weak, train harder. If you're lost, get focused. Every problem has the same solution. Discipline. I want you to understand something very important. Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody cares how hard your life is. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. The world only respects results. And if you don't have results, then you are irrelevant. Doesn't matter how smart you are, how talented you are, how much potential you have. If you're not putting in the work, you are nothing. Some of you are stuck in the same place you were 5 years ago. Same job, same paycheck, same problems. Why? Because you refuse to take control. Because every time things get tough, you fold. You make excuses, you procrastinate, and then you wonder why nothing changes. Let me tell you something. Success is not about how you feel, it's about what you do. Winners act regardless of their emotions. It doesn't matter if they're tired, it doesn't matter if they're stressed, it doesn't matter if life is throwing obstacles in their way. They show up, they put in the work, they get it done. You have no idea how powerful your mind is. You have no idea what you're truly capable of because you've never pushed yourself to the limit. You've never gone all in. You've never put yourself in a situation where success was the only option. That's why you're stuck. That's why you're still average, because you have never demanded greatness from yourself. But I'm telling you now, it's time to change that. No more waiting, no more hoping, no more wishing. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another podcast, another self-help book, another pep talk. You need to make a decision right now. A decision to stop being weak. A decision to stop making excuses. A decision to master your mind, master your discipline, and take full control of your destiny. Because let me tell you something. Once you master your mind, you become unstoppable. Once you silence the doubt, the fear, the weakness, and replace it with unshakable confidence and discipline, nothing can break you. No setback, no failure, no challenge. You will keep moving forward. You will find solutions. You will outlast every obstacle in your way. The world belongs to the strong, to the disciplined, to the ones who refuse to be broken. The question is, are you one of them? Because if you're not, then you will stay exactly where you are, stuck, weak, forgotten. And one day, when it's too late, you will look back on your life with nothing but regret, knowing that you could have been great, but you were too weak to make it happen. I refuse to live that way. And if you have even a shred of self-respect, you will refuse it too. Now get up. You're still here? Good. That means you're starting to understand. That means deep down, you know the truth. You know that everything I'm saying is real. You know that you've been lying to yourself, wasting time, playing small, making excuses, waiting for something to change, instead of being the thing that changes. Let me tell you something. Most people will never get this. They will never break free. They will wake up every day, live the same without ever realizing they had the power to change it. And you know why? Because they are slaves to their own mind. The average man is a prisoner of his own laziness, a prisoner of his fear, a prisoner of his excuses. He lets his emotions dictate his actions. He lets distractions control his focus. He lets society tell him what he's allowed to do, what he's allowed to think, what he's allowed to believe. And then he wonders why he's miserable. I have one question for you. Are you that man? Are you a slave to your own weakness, or are you the kind of man who refuses to be controlled, who refuses to be ordinary? Because let me tell you something. If you don't take full control over your mind, someone else will. And if you think I'm lying, look around you. The world is full of men who have been brainwashed into thinking that mediocrity is acceptable, that being soft is normal, that failure is just a part of life. No, failure is a choice. And if you keep choosing it, you will keep losing. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Success is not about how you feel. It's about what you do. Your emotions are irrelevant. Winners don't care if they're tired. They don't care if they don't feel like working. They don't care if things are hard. They do it anyway. That is why they win. Weak men let their feelings control them. I don't feel like working out today. I don't feel like learning a new skill. I don't feel like grinding. Good. That's why you're a loser. That's why you're broke. That's why your life is a joke. Because instead of acting like a man, you act like a child who needs everything to be easy, who needs life to be comfortable. But guess what? Life is not comfortable. Life is war. And if you don't learn how to fight, if you don't learn how to push through pain, if you don't learn how to control your own mind, you will be crushed. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how smart you are. If you don't have mental toughness, you will never last. Look at the most successful men in history. Were they soft? Were they lazy? Were they sitting around waiting for motivation? No. They were relentless. They were disciplined. They did what needed to be done no matter what. And that is what you need to become. You need to become a machine, a force of nature, a man so locked in, so unshakable, so mentally unbreakable, that nothing can stop you. Not pain, not failure, not setbacks, nothing. You need to train your mind the way a warrior trains for battle. That means no more distractions, no more nonsense, no more excuses. That means cutting out weak, negative people. That means stopping the addiction to comfort. That means waking up every single day with a purpose, with a mission, and attacking it with everything you have. Because let me tell you something. Life doesn't reward the weak. It doesn't reward the lazy. It doesn't reward the men who hesitate, who complain, who sit around waiting for something to happen. Life rewards the strong. Life rewards the disciplined. Life rewards the men who show up and do the work. Your mind is the battlefield. That's where success is won or lost. Not in your job, not in the gym, not in the world, right here, inside your own head. Before you take a single step, before you lift a single weight, before you even open your mouth, your thoughts determine everything. You think like a loser, you act like a loser. You think like a king, you act like a king. It's that simple. And yet most of you sabotage yourselves before you even start. You wake up and the first thing you do is grab your phone. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Filling your head with garbage, negativity, distractions, useless opinions from people who have never done anything with their lives. And you wonder why you have no drive. You wonder why you have no focus. You wonder why you're stuck in the same cycle of failure. Because you have allowed your mind to become weak. Your mind is supposed to be a weapon, a finely tuned machine, a fortress that nothing can break. But you've let it turn into a playground for weakness, laziness, and distractions. And if you don't take control, if you don't sharpen your mind and harden your soul, you will never break free from the mediocrity that traps you. You know what I do the moment I wake up? I dominate my thoughts. I control my focus. Before the world has a chance to put nonsense in my head, I program myself for war. Because that's what life is, a constant battle against weakness, against distractions, against the pathetic version of yourself that wants to quit. The problem with most of you is that you let that weak version win every single day. You let your mind tell you, stay in bed a little longer, skip the gym today, take a break, and you listen, you obey. You let your mind dictate your actions instead of commanding it like a master. That is why you fail. Your mind is not your friend, it is a tool that must be trained, disciplined, and controlled. Because if you don't control it, it will control you. And that version of you, the one that's soft, weak, and addicted to comfort, will destroy your future before you even have a chance to build it. Look at the most powerful men in history. Do you think they sat around waiting for the right move? to be unbreakable, and that is why they won. You need to do the same. You need to build mental resilience like a soldier going into battle. Every time a weak thought enters your head, you crush it. Every time you feel like quitting, you push harder. Every time life tests you, you stand up and prove that you are a man who cannot be broken. Because once you control your mind, nothing can stop you. Nothing. Not pain, not fear, not failure. You will become a machine, a force of nature, a man who does not hesitate, does not complain, does not stop until he has conquered everything you set out to achieve. That is what it means to master your mind. That is what separates the winners from the losers. So the question is, are you going to stay weak or are you going to take control? Because if you don't, life will. And trust me, you won't like how that feels. Your mind is the single most powerful asset you own. It is your strongest weapon, your greatest ally, or your worst enemy. And yet most of you treat it like garbage. You let negativity seep into it. You let weak thoughts dictate your actions. You let distractions steal your focus, and then you wonder why you're losing. Let me tell you something. Your life right now is the direct result of the way you think. If your mind is weak, your life will be weak. If your mind is scattered, your life will be chaotic. If your mind is disciplined, your life will be powerful. Everything starts in your head. Every victory, every failure, every breakthrough, every setback, it all begins with the way you think. The problem with most of you is that you have no control over your own mind. You wake up and instantly fall into the same pattern of distraction, doubt, and weakness. The first thing you do, check your phone. Drown yourself in social media. Flood your brain with nonsense that does nothing to help you grow. And you do this every single day. You let the world shape your thoughts instead of shaping them yourself. And that is why you feel lost. That is why you feel powerless. Because you have surrendered control. The men who win, who really win, do not allow their minds to be hijacked. They program themselves for success. From the moment they wake up, their thoughts are locked in. They are focused. They are ruthless in guarding their mental space. No useless content, no distractions, no self-doubt, just a clear, unshakable vision of what they want and the discipline to go out and take it. I get messages all the time. Tate, how do I fix my mindset? Tate, how do I get discipline? Tate, how do I stop being weak? And my answer is always the same. Stop allowing weakness into your mind. Stop feeding your brain with garbage. Stop indulging in negative thoughts. Stop surrounding yourself with people who bring you down. Stop wasting your mental energy on things that don't make you stronger. Your thoughts must be trained. Every time a weak thought enters your mind, crush it. Every time self-doubt tries to creep in, eliminate it. Every time you catch yourself making excuses, shut it down immediately. Your mind is like a muscle. If you don't train it, it becomes weak and useless. But if you push it, if you discipline it, if you sharpen it, it becomes a force. A force that no failure, no setback, no amount of negativity can break. And let me be clear, this is not something you do once and forget about. This is war. Every single day, your mind will try to pull you back into old habits, old fears, old weaknesses. You have to fight. Every moment, every second, until controlling your thoughts becomes second nature. Until discipline is automatic. Until you become the kind of man who does not hesitate, does not complain, does not stop until he gets what he wants. The difference between men who win and men who lose is simple. The winners do not let their emotions dictate their actions. The losers do. The winners do not let distractions pull them away from their mission. The losers do. The winners do not wait for motivation, for inspiration, for the right time. They act. The losers sit around hoping, wishing, dreaming, but never doing. So which one are you? Are you going to keep living like a slave to your own mind, controlled by doubt, by fear, by weakness? Or are you going to take control? Because the moment you do, the moment you stop making excuses, stop allowing distractions, stop letting negativity win, that is the moment your life changes forever. Your mind is the key to everything. Master it or be mastered by it. Choose.
You get nothing. You gotta work hard. Work hard. You work hard, you get what you gotta get. You don't work hard, you don't get nothing. You don't get nothing. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. Keep working. Work hard, you get what you gotta get. I'm gonna grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power. Every single day, I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.
Let's go, Chad. Let's go, Chad.
Pain
Let's go,
is
Chad.
temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. And so every time something get hard, you quit, you call mama. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. I dare you not to go home. Somebody said, I don't go home, I feel bad. Go through it. You ain't gonna die. At the end of pain is success. You're not gonna die because you feeling a little pain. Be committed beyond circumstance. And be committed beyond compartmentalization, meaning my greatness and my excellence can't be compartmentalized to an individual, to an environment, to a circumstance, meaning it is my essence. I show up and I want to impact because this is who I am as an individual. It's my essence, meaning when the adversity and the opposition hit, like the only thing I've been trained to do was to think positive and look positive, and I've reverse engineered it. The only thing I need is breath in my body, and I'm gonna flat out go and get it.
Ideas about it going to get this one. It's going to be different. Today we're going to start taking steps into doing some of those projects that you know will get you closer to living that dream life you keep playing over and over in your head. Different from the practical life that you got to get up and meet every day. You go to the cubicle-infested world. You work a job just to pay the bills. Gas in the gas tank to take you places where you don't really want to go, to be around people you don't enjoy being around. Put groceries in a refrigerator, groceries that keep you fat and lazy, keep you away from being healthy and fit in your life. Pay the mortgage on a house that doesn't inspire you, it's just a nuisance and you hate coming home to. What the fuck are you doing? And you know what makes it even worse? Is that you cower. Where you got from the bedroom to the kitchen, Mr. Ugly was there. Mr. Resistance, right in your ass, telling you what you were going to do different than what you want to do and what the inner voice inside of you tells you you need to do with your life. Telling you that those things that you believe matter and have a purpose in your life really don't. But the silly, the superficial, the stupid does. Watching some mind-numbing TV, making that list you need to go to the store next time, making those phone calls to those people and just chit-chatting and gossiping about dumbass things. Mr. Resistance will be there every morning, noon, and night. And while you are sleeping, right in your ass, kicking your ass, unless you turn around and you start throwing punches. You know what my bottom line goal with One Warrior Nation is? Is to have everybody out there realize that there is something better for you to do with your time than even being you. Right now, I am Mr. Resistance. I'm distracting you from doing the work you need to do. Get the fuck out of here and do the work of your life.
How can a person start something and be on fire, but the moment something doesn't go the way that they want it to go, they're not the same individual? I've been on this quest to figure out how can a person be on fire and say, man, this is what I've been put on this earth to do. But the moment a couple of things don't come back the way that they thought it would come back, they're not the same individual, and the words that they once spoke, it means nothing to them. I've been on this quest to figure out how can a person get on a journey to dreams, goals, and aspirations, and the moment they hit opposition, adversity, or challenge, it doesn't mean anything to them anymore.
I have invested more than 20 years of my life in the belief in the idea of being able to come to the Olympia and to do the absolute best, despite whatever the opposition, whatever said, whatever the beliefs are, on stage, off stage, whatever the oppositionary forces have been.
Don't get going, pretty boy.
My resolve has been to respond as a champion and just aim to represent the better thought of what that means to me. You don't get this far. You don't get to this point and just stop. It doesn't happen like that. It's always worth it to do your best and to believe in something and to work towards the attainment of the goal. And if it is that you have to expand your vision, then you climb higher and you do that, and you don't be afraid to.
It's not possible to be training harder or more consistently or more dedicated than me, because I couldn't give a single ounce more to any aspect of this thing that I'm doing. So that makes me feel pretty powerful, pretty confident.
Truth. The truth is, if you work hard, you can achieve your goal. Truth. It's not a question anymore. You know what I mean? A moment like this proves it. When you had the question, man, I'm doing this cardio in the morning, is it worth it? Man, I'm doing deadlifts today and I feel tired, is it gonna be worth it? Man, you know what, I gotta go to the gym and train today after I've had an entirely difficult work day. Man, I've got these other challenges that are pulling on me, pulling on my concentration. You know what, is this extra effort worth it? Fast forward, stand here in this moment. What does it feel like? It feels like, yes.
My heart been pumping, my body been getting hot. I thought I was nervous. I said, damn, man, I fumbled twice before the game. I was nervous. Then I look around, see some people's faces got the same smile. So, man, they can't be nervous. Ain't no way they're nervous. Man, I ain't nervous. My heart slowed down a little bit. I ain't nervous no more. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Come back. You come back. I'm like, damn, what is this feeling? What is this feeling? I'm like, am I scared? I look around. I'm like, oh, he ain't scared. The same face I got. I ain't be scared. He ain't scared. I ain't scared. What's this feeling? What's this feeling? I look around. It's adrenaline. I'm ready. I'm ready for the game. I'm ready.
They sit there in that lazy boy kick back and look at your form or my form and decide that it's bad form. And they come up with this term, Snap City. But Snap City is not a term for bad form. Let me tell you what the fuck Snap City is. Snap City is your own scared ass limitations that you try to put a term on. It's your own fear. It's for the fucking weak. It's where you reside. You reside in Snap City because you're too scared of a punk to actually get out there and do something but talk shit. Snap City is your home. Snap City is where you live. Snap City is fear. Snap City is why you ain't gonna never be shit. is your hometown. That's what you believe in. You walk a tightrope. You might have to actually do something besides sitting motherfucking lazy boy, sipping a beer, talking shit. That's what Snap City is, motherfucker. That is surrounded and camped with fear. It's for the timid. It's for the motherfucking weak. That's what Snap City is. That's what Snap City is. Your own motherfucking cage. You have imprisoned yourself in a cage of fear. That's Snap City. That's Snap City. Snap City. You don't wouldn't know a fucking workout if it came up and slapped the taste out your motherfucking mouth. Butt ass motherfucker. Snap City. Snap City, my motherfucking ass. I'm from Muscleville, motherfucker. Muscleville's where the real men from. Muscleville's where I'm found. It's goddamn like I'm muscle bound, motherfucker. I'm bound to have muscle. Cause I don't live in fucking fear of what if I do this, maybe I'll hurt myself. You ain't gonna never be shit if you worry about hurting yourself every time you perform exercise. One of the best bench pressers I ever met was a reverse bench presser, Anthony Clark. They said Anthony had listened to you fucking Snap City pussies and didn't do a reverse bench press because it was dangerous or he might hurt himself. He never would have been one of the best benchers of all time. Listen to you pissing ass Snap City motherfuckers. Rub your motherfucking fingernails. Make sure you don't got a stocking run in your pantyhose, motherfucker. Tell me about Snap City. You motherfuckers make me wanna puke. You wanna puke. Scared to work. You scared. Muscle bound, motherfucker. That's what you need to try to be. Snap City. Anybody can talk shit. Any low-life piece of shit like you can talk shit. But what are you gonna do? What can you do? What have you done besides talk shit? Anybody can do that. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck out of my face and go do something. Fuck you and Snap City. Fuck you and Snap City. Fuck you. You and Snap City. Get your punk ass out there and work for it. I'm CT motherfucking fucking stuck my something. Do something. Your own motherfucking cave. You have everybody beside you. Easy. Tell them what we do.